Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, hello everybody. Dren608 here, and I totally messed up. I thought I was streaming, and I was not. So, I just spent an hour talking to myself and not doing anything. So I'm going to show you what you need to do if you want to load a game. You start up a game, go to menu, and say load game. And it's going to take me to where I had my last turns declaration of war phase from the 24th. I'm going to open that up, and it's going to put a whole bunch of moves in the server. It's going to load, you'll see it loading parts of the game. I totally messed this up. As you can see, there's lots of parts. There's 118 of them. So that's what we're doing, is we're loading up the game. While we're doing that, I'm Dren608. If you like what you see here, hit the thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm YouTube, keeps me motivated to keep doing these. If you really like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notify button. You'll be notified when I schedule another stream and when I upload videos. And now that it's still banging along, it's got another 10 to go. This is a continuing stream of the Unconditional Surrender in Europe game, published by GMT Games, designed by Salvatore Vasta, developed by Mark Dye. Mark Dye is one of the top 2 players in the ELO ratings for this game in the BGA world. This is the BGA module. This is not a vassal module. One other thing that you have to do once you load a game is you have to hit PF5 to make sure that it actually loads up the current game situation. Otherwise, you might end up with something else. Yeah, that looks like where we started. Okay. Oh, no. This is not where we started. Did I not load the right game? Oh, no. That's June. We're supposed to be in July. We're supposed to be in July, right? Uh-oh. I might have lost more than I thought. Let me see if I can find... Oh my goodness. This is not good. That should be the one. We're going to try to load it again. This may be a very bad thing. I might have lost my progress from June, which means we'd have to replay June all over again, which would be a very bad thing. Oh boy. Not a good time here. Because we should be starting in the July turn, because I did the June turn. I got up to the dawn in June, right? It says June of 42. Because I did this last time. I must not have saved the game. Oh my goodness, Tonto. Well, this is totally messed up. And I have no way of getting back to it. Oh, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. We've got to do June all over again, and I can't remember if I had good success or bad success with the Soviets there. Because I had my guys like along here. See, this looks like where he was in July. So this is where I retreated. No, I didn't. There's this thing here. This block is still here. So this is still June. So this is terrible. I lost all of the June turn, and I cannot get it back. This is the disadvantage of Board Game Arena. If you forget to save a game, like I did, and then you mess up like I just did and restart the game, the last save file is June 42. I have no way of actually recapturing what June 42 happened in the other game. It's gone forever. It's one of the disadvantages of Board Game Arena. It is a competitive, that's why it's called Board Game Arena. It is a competitive platform for you to play other players in competitive games. For this game, it's not. For this kind of situation where I'm trying to stream like this, the saved games, I messed up and I did not save the July turn. So, we are in a world of hurt here. I think at this point, I'm not sure what I should really do. I can replay the June turn. I pretty much know what I did with the Germans, as far as how to deal with this. Wow, this is really bad. Okay, well, I would like to continue this, but I think I'm not going to. Replaying this turn is really, really depressing me. All right, so I've got to replay June. I will put it in the comments that I messed up, lost all of the June 42 turn, and had to replay it. So we're not going to declare war anywhere. Let's go. Continue. Continue. I could have sworn that I saved the July turn, but I must not have. I'm not going to give any points to my allies. I'm not going to play the subs in this place. Neither one of us got to play. I haven't lost one. I'm going to let him go. He's not going to play the partisans because he wants to have that available. Or no, wait, I'm trying to remember now. Did he... Yeah, he was thinking of saving the partisans because he might need it to help the Soviets, either by invading around here or over here, so... because I wasn't down. So compete, and I managed to take the Allies up one. I remember last time they actually went down one that way. Strategic movement for the Germans. I know I did something. What did I do? What did I do? I did something. Did I bring another Yugoslav over? Yeah, I think I brought a Yugoslav to here, didn't I? Brought a Yugoslav. Yeah, I brought one of these Yugoslavs. One of these Yugoslavs. And I brought them over here as sort of an extra backdrop for the Russians running through my lines because I'm going to be very, very thin in the line. Okay, so that's done. The West doesn't have anything to do. Come on. West doesn't have one. The Soviets. Did I do one with the Soviets? I do not remember doing one with the Soviets because anything I could move didn't make sense. So, no, we're just going to confirm this. So this is the Germans. They take this garrison. He moves here. I remember doing that. Ending his turn. And then this armored unit comes out here. Because that airplane can't reach to here. And I'm attacking at +6 to +2. Yeah, +6 to +2. So I went ahead and just started off without using an airplane. Get a DR, then I'm +6 to +0. I confirm the attack. I'm not going to commit an airplane at this point. I got him there, and I was at 4. Oh no, I wasn't going to do that. I didn't do that. I went here. I didn't go there. I went here. Hello? I went here and I attacked here. And now he could use a tank, so I think I used the 5th Luft to try and push him anyway. And then for the Soviets, it's like I really didn't want him to break the Don, so I think I used a tanks marker here. And that's essentially what had happened before, is we just got stopped. And then I wasn't comfortable. I'm trying to remember what I did here. I think I put an infantry here, an infantry here. And this guy hit that airplane for 1 attack. Right. I left him alone, and then I had to do a bunch of maneuvers here. If I remember right, I put the Yugoslav in here. And I moved this German infantry to here. I don't think I attacked because I didn't think I could succeed. The problem is I did really well in the north with the Germans, and so by replaying this, if I don't do as well in the north with the Germans as I did before, it's going to be a different kind of game. So I think I better go do my northern things first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I remember I moved the German, or the Italian aircraft, like here. And then took on that airplane so that he couldn't help. Client confirm, commit. And then again, confirm, commit, get him out of the way. I think I took this armored unit, I think ended up 1, 5. Yeah, I started with this armored unit to go here and attack this way. He could use a tank. Again, he was trying to protect the Don. And I think I used, which one is this one? I used the 3rd Luft because it was furthest back. And he used a tank because we were trying to protect the Don. And I still got a defender retreated this time. See, last time I didn't get that defender retreated. So this time I would have to retreat to here to prevent him from getting anything going here. Well, I definitely have to put the armored across. Hello? Come on, let's go. Well, I can't really, I have to attack here. And I throw in the last airplane, and at this point the Russians say the Dawn is broken, so never mind. All you got was a retreat, and I'm going to put the armored there because I want to be in supply. And that prevents him from running in across the Don here, which will let me move this infantry. See, this changes how the game plays because I get to move my infantry in different ways here. It makes a huge difference. Because I'm trying to set myself up for July, so I go here. I think I have the 15th. Move into here. And then I know I put the airplane in Akastran. I didn't attack because he still has airplanes that he can use. And I don't. This infantry went to here. Now originally I had brought this infantry down to go into here because my armored was stuck over here, but because it bounced through, I can actually move this infantry to someplace else useful. Which is something I couldn't do the last turn. So things are not playing out exactly the same. It's a problem here. And it also means that the Soviets are going to do something different because since the Don is broken, they're not going to try to defend this. These four guys are just going to run for the hills. Right? But probably only if the Germans bring another infantry unit down here. So I probably would bring this infantry unit down and get it across the Don. Like this. Normally you would put it over here, but I'm going to put it on this side because they'll all be in supply for this turn, and then by having two units across the river, they can push out more. These guys can cross the river and start to flank things, so that's what you do that for. What am I down to? 21. Okay, now trying to remember how I did this. I know I eliminated some units here too. I haven't done any of that. Right? I got the one shock army, and I haven't gotten the other things that I got. Kalinin, I'm pretty sure I figured out a way to surround it. I don't remember what I did. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I went with this guy, attacked here, threw in the airplane, so it's +3 to 0. And this is where I was trying to dither with whether I should use the tank here or in Kalinin, and I think I saved it for Kalinin. So confirm. Oh, wait a minute, did I throw in everything? I think I threw in everything on this one. Maybe I threw everything in on this one. I think that's what it was. I did something weird here. I'm not sure if that's what it was. So it's +5 to 0, and I got a no effect. See, so the combats are going completely differently here. So, okay, I take the hex. I attack him again. Confirm the attack. I did not commit the aircraft. He had to retreat. See, I got a DD in there one of these times and actually eliminated this guy. So he can actually retreat to here. If I take the hex, I'm screwed, so I can't take the hex. Germans will attack, and they will go ahead and use their airplane. They will use their last tank. They confirm, they commit, and I got lucky. I got a DD, so maybe it's going to work out the same way. It's definitely not, because he's going to have more guys here. He can retreat. He's going to retreat this way. What did I do with the armor? I think I moved the armor like this, so I can attack again at +4. Confirm, commit. He's retreated, but if I take the hex, I can be surrounded, so I have to stop there. I'm really supposed to be in this hex next to Moscow. This airplane. I think I did an assault here. Yeah, I went 1, 2, 3. I did the assault. I think I threw in the heavy artillery. Well, no, I wanted to save the heavy artillery, so it's +2 to 0. We just tried it. I don't think I'm going to get my DR this time, so no. So, see, all sorts of things are not the same here. So this is a whole different game than what we had before. The Germans are down to 17. They do need to move this guy like into here. So we have to shore up the line. And then that's pretty much it. I have 16 left. I've got 12 to do in airplanes here, plus possibly 3 over in the west. Or flipped over guys. Yeah, I remember this being a hole that was left. Yugoslavs don't have any points left because they had to move their guys around. Yeah, that kind of looks like what I did. Italians. Right. All right, so that's kind of what I did. It's not the same. And supply all. And I think, looking over here, he does not have. Okay, he does not have anything available to invade into Norway. So I think this is where I went ahead and said for one turn I went no supply. He can invade in the Med, so I have to supply all them, but for these guys could all go there. And then I would end up, because I was preserving I managed to preserve 1 convoy point this way. And because of the way things went in the east, I'm actually going to end up with more. Okay, now the west, they're waiting until next turn when they can build the Canadian to actually move these guys down there. But I think this was the mistake I made before, is I would go ahead and naval transport this airplane now. Confirm the naval path. Come on. Move it again. Naval transport. Move here. Confirm. Come on, machine. Catch up to me. And then it moves back over here. this guy just goes ahead and moves himself up into Eastern North America because it's going to be needed at the end of next turn. Why didn't he move? Why did you not move? Okay. And then that's pretty much it. Oh, then bombing. I did do bombing because I did really well last time with bombing, and I'm not going to do so well this turn. This is poor weather, so we're going to see if we do. Okay, we're doing a bombing run. It doesn't really matter. Confirm. Come on, come on, come on. And we intercepted. Commit. See, I had a bunch of +1s with the Germans the last time. Because the Germans were at like 3 sorties, and they didn't get that rejection like that. There was a bomb marker in there in July. Well, it's poor weather. This is the only chance I really have to do this, so. And I intercept again, commit. There's this, 1-1. Confirm. Then I went again. Commit. And I think I stopped here and let him have the bound marker because he couldn't get any more. And I just stopped my interception. Okay. That's that, and then the West passes out because they don't have anything else to do. Supply all, and then I'm going to have to do Force H. Okay. So now we get over to the Soviets, and this is a whole different game that we're playing over here. This is not the same thing that we had before. Is this even going out? I guess it is. Okay. I had to check on some things there. So this is a whole different game for the Soviets. I do remember that I thought I had to have this guy over here because then he's protected by an airplane. So I wanted to put him there. I have an extra infantry unit I didn't have last time. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could try to hold in the north and run in the south, which is what I think I'm going to do because most of the German army is down here. Okay, and I really don't want to try and fight the entire German army. We do have to make somewhat of a stand along the Volga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have some guys to build. Yeah, that's right. I have my 3 armored and my 2 infantry to build. So, yeah, this is a problem. Because last time I was able to just sit on the Don and let the Germans try to break across it. Now I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to let them do that. I am going to give them Novorossiysk though, because this guy's just going to end up getting. Either these armies all end up bottled up here and slowly but surely eliminated over the summer, or I try to run them all down towards Granzi and the Caucasus and see if we can't do something about dealing with that. I don't have any. Oh, my shock army doesn't come back till next turn, so I can build him at the end of next turn and try and use him to push the Turks. These guys here stayed. These guys are 2, 3, 4, 5. So Yaroslav is protected. He is not. These guys won't really be protected. He did not push me across this corner. See, last time the Germans had taken this, so now it was a threat of him surrounding all 4 of these, and so I withdrew them. But this time, well, the thing is the far right here is still threatened. So I think it may still be the thing to do is to withdraw and just give up Bologoye. Because I'm at 24. So I think I can do this. I don't want to lose this one, though. So that would be 2, 4, 6. Put me down to 18. I'm 3 will points ahead of where I was last time. So there was an infantry unit in a city that I took last time that I didn't get this time. So now I have to try and figure out with the Soviets what I want to do. Just leaving this infantry sitting out here in the open against armored and possible air support just seems like a really bad idea. Same thing with this guy. He's very easily isolated by putting someone on this side of the strait and just move down here and attack, and boom, he goes. So that's like 3 points instead of 2. This is like 3 points just giving to him, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to run away. Yeah, we're just going to run. We're running for the off-map box, I think, and or the Caucasus. He can get all the way to here. So that's where he'll go. He can get into a halfway decent defense position there, maybe. This guy is going to go in on this side. So, I think we leave the shock army in Stalingrad and pull this army back across the river over here by Akastran. Maybe. Yeah, because we're going to build somebody down there. So go here. And you could be able to move into Stalingrad. I mean, I could try to come out here and attack him, but I really don't think that's a good idea. I have an extra infantry unit that I didn't have before, which could make this a much more interesting divisional type situation. Because then I can do this. This guy can get to here. So that's threatening to cut his supply. This infantry unit is going to go right back in here. He's going to go here. This guy. Last time I put him here. To the front. Because I wanted him to stay on a rail line. So I think I'm going to put him there again. I think it's actually a good place to go. He does have a retreat route. We're going to give up some cities here, but we're going to basically be defensive in July, where he's not going to have a lot of attacks. Maybe I don't want to go there. Maybe I'll go here. Let's try to defend this city for a little bit. Probably the wrong thing to do, but we'll try that. Volgai is too exposed, but I think Volkov we might be able to hold for another turn or two. Force the Germans to commit some assets up there. Okay, and then that's going to be the Soviets. They've got 13 left with 2 guys to build, so it's only 11 left. So, or did I have a bunch to build this turn? Well, I had a bunch to build, so I'm not going to do my airplanes. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I've got 5. Well, we can save an infantry. So I have 6 left. Yeah, okay, so this is a slightly different game here. Yeah, because the Italian Air Force didn't stay here, it actually flew back over this way. Okay, I'm not doing anything the same as I did it before. Soviets will just go ahead and pass. They're not going to remove anything at this point. I think everybody's in supply. Kabang. Okay, so the Soviets, or the Russians, Germans rather, do that airplane, that airplane, that airplane. Italians do that airplane and their 2 convoys. Now the Germans have to do this airplane because you got to get all your airplanes up. Now the question is do I do another airplane or do I do the convoy? Last time I didn't have the points to do either. This time I do. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this airplane back up because I know it's going to be fair weather next turn. And then the following turn, I'm going to have to supply that guy up there, and I'm going to have to reserve some points to deal with that. Did I have... Oh, I had 3 points I had to build. That's why I couldn't do that. That's why I couldn't do that. I needed to save... that's why I couldn't do either one of these. Because I need to build the armored and the infantry. So, we're confirmed. The British... we know for a fact that we're going to do this airplane. And then we have 15 left. So I think I did 5 3s is what I did. I think I did this airplane. Oh no, I did Bomber Command too, didn't I? Yeah, I had to have Bomber Command to be a threat to his things. Or did I skip Bomber Command this turn to do the 3s? I think I skip it just so I can get all these guys down that I can. Got 3 more convoys. We want it to be this one, and I think we'll go with the one that's in Gibraltar. Where do we go with this one? Go with this one. We'll just skip Bomber Command this turn. So we know it's going to be fair next turn, so we're not really not going to be able to do anything about that. And this gets my convoys, and what it does is like some of the airplanes, like this one's up to 1 sortie, don't need to worry about him very much. He's at 0, so I don't have to worry about him. So now I can just concentrate on the more expensive ones in the future. So that's what we're going to confirm. I'm going to say we're done. The Soviets, they only have 13. They have like 8 to build. They're going to build 7, and they're going to do 2 airplanes. And the 2 airplanes they're going to do are the ones that are out there, because that will draw German sorties, or Italian sorties in this case. So, but it's worthwhile, I think, to force them to try and deal with it. Otherwise, I have coverage with my airplane on stuff that he's going to try and do. All right, so that's my thing for the Soviets. The Germans are definitely going to build their stuff. That's why they saved points. The armored unit goes into Posen. The infantry unit goes into Königsberg. And then we're done. The Soviets are going to build the 5th tank and the 3rd tank in here. The 1st tank, god damn, 1st tank was going to be built. I originally built it in Granzi, but I have a lot of units falling back on Granzi, so maybe I'm going to build. Yeah, I think I still build it in Granzi because I need to get something. Granzi and an infantry in Akastran? Or did I put an armored there and an infantry elsewhere? So I was thinking of building an infantry up in Vologda. So I'm going to put the armored unit in Akastran. And then we're going to build the 44th in Vologda. Okay, and then we're done. Ta-da! Now we're into July, which is where I thought I was starting anyway. Nobody's going to declare war. We're done with that nonsense. And now this is a different game than what I originally thought I was going to be playing. The Germans are going to give... They're going to give 1 to Romania and 1 to Yugoslavia because we just kind of sort of gotta. All right. Because those guys have places to go, people to meet. I'm not going to use submarines against the Soviets. It's +3 to +3. Neither one of us lost anything. I'm not down 1. The British are trying to get their factory back, so I'm going to go ahead and take a chance at +6 in halved and save my submarines for possibly a future turn. Or if I use it now, then I get the British down even more, if I get lucky. Well, we know the British, they're trying to get their factory, so they're going to use at least the Ultra. Got to save the partisans for invasions. The Germans... I'm not down 1 like I was last time. Usually I save it and just eat the 2 points for a turn, and then get it back the following turn. But he has no bombed markers this turn. So I'm going to just not use it. Okay. And it turns out it worked. So I didn't lose a factory. He got a factory back, but that's okay. Strategic movement for the Germans. This was something that I did. I know it looks odd because I won't be able to. Reinforce him, with replacements. But I put him in a place where he can sort of hold on to supply and be a reserve unit. Because of this, I mean, he can run across here, so I have to move a unit there. In the other game, I didn't move a Russian unit here because I didn't have the spare infantry unit to move. And I was able to rail an armored unit up there or whatever. This time I'm just going to do this because that's the thing to do. And I know I did a shuffle here in a minute. Come on. Updating the game situation. Get my Panzer over here. All right. Confirm that. I know I have nothing to do with the West because I don't have anything really on the map. They're all in boxes. The Soviets, I think the only thing I can think of that I might want to do would be this guy's kind of exposed to an easy attack. So I was thinking I might just rail him back towards Granzi. Maybe even in Granzi? No, I want to be able to build the shock army in Granzi. So maybe I put him behind Granzi. See, normally if you hold these hexes here, you can like come to this square or this square, and then you're okay because you're behind mountain lines and whatever. But I don't have that here, so I guess I'll just put it right in front of Granzi. Let's see what happens. All right, we're done. And now the German action subphase. All right, so this is, again, this is a different war than what I was fighting before. I don't have anything really to engage here. First off, we take this Romanian and we run down to go grab the city. And then we move forward like this, so that we're not in threat of being isolated somehow. The German Armored and Air Force has got problems. I do have to deal with his airplanes if I want to try and take Stalingrad. Don't really have a good plan, Stan. 16th goes here. And it's going to go ahead and go here. And attack here. Trying to get him to use up some assets. Come on! I am going to use an airplane on that. And then what do I do with the Soviets? Trying to think of where I'm going to need to defend myself. I can't use the tanks at Stalingrad, so I might as well go ahead and use them up here to hold the sphere, right? And it worked, no effect. So done with that. So I think we're just going to go ahead and see if we can push through walls, through here, and here. And we go ahead and attack. And again, we're trying to hold on here. Do I use the heavy artillery there and not have it for going after places like Moscow? I don't think so. The tanks, I think I'm going to go ahead and use a ground support. Just give me an extra little oomph. It's +5 to +2. And a no effect because I rolled a 1. So 6-1 split face for the Russians. That did happen a lot the last time around. Okay. So this German probably needs to extend outward a bit. So I remember I shifted these 3 Germans, but I actually was taking out yeah, that's what I had to do. I went oh, that's why I didn't take that hex before, because then I could get 3 attacks this way. Hortense. What? You're not supposed to undo a combat. It's not supposed to undo a combat. Okay, don't do that. It scared me. So this infantry unit's got to kind of defend this perimeter. He's got to go there, which would allow this infantry to go here, which would allow this infantry to go here, and this infantry to slide down here. Okay. I have an extra infantry unit I might be able to run northward. Okay, so I'm going to have to bring this airplane. Two, three, four, five. I mean, how you look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to get quite to Granzi, but I need to have an aircraft down here to deal with the Russian aircraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't have to deal with the Russian aircraft till I go after these guys. All right. So I'm going to put it there. Jesus. Machine. Okay. Okay, so it can't help it's Stalingrad. Two attacks there. One attack here. Alright, I'm not going to get very good attacks here, but I'm going to take one. No, I don't want to do that one. Oh no, he can get here 6 and it gives me 2 attacks. Stop it! Gives me 2 attacks here. So I can attack there. I could throw in the 4th sortie. Confirm. Commit. I gotta retreat, yay. I can attack again. Plus 3 to 0. I want to make sure I take Stalingrad. Confirm the attack. Commit. Got 2 retreats, which is what I needed. I could take it with the armor and then use the infantry to bolster my line. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to really put. I can put the Yugoslav there. Why don't we? I got 2 Yugoslavs. One's there, and I used 1 there, so I still have 1 point left after I do this. So I'm going to take this Yugoslav, and we're going to just run down here to kind of cover where we're going to let him retreat to, is the idea. We want to make sure he can't retreat into those mountains. It would be a bad idea to do it, but you don't want to give him the choice. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get off 1 attack for sure. Attack here. With the airplane. From the Russian standpoint, probably need to save the tank markers. Do I need to save the tank markers for the north? There still is this guy here that hasn't attacked, and he's going to be covered by airplanes, so no, I don't need to save him for the north. I'll just go ahead and use him here. Confirm. Commit. No effect. All right. And then the Germans will go ahead and attack. Oops. Nope. Hit the wrong hex. Attack one more time. This time it's just +3 to 0. I'm not going to use the airplane. So he's forced to retreat. I really don't want to commit the armor to this. I like the armor where it's at. Figure I can move one infantry unit up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe get off an attack at +1. Or actually I could go +2 to 0. Okay, so we will take the hex with this guy. And that. This guy is just going to go take care of the Russian aircraft. Right. Because then this guy can go. He can get to here. Good grief. Move. God, I hate this thing. And we attack here. We're +2 to 0. We're just going to go with that. Save the tanks for possible invasions. I got lucky. I got a DD. So I'm going to go ahead and take the hex. So I've knocked him down to 16. A German might go ahead and attack here, but I'm not going to. I'm done. I'm in a good defensive position for his counterattacks if he decides to fly. Like this airplane could fly into the Russia box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 into Granzi, and then he could use aircraft down here, and I don't have any aircraft to counter him. So that's a problem for me. I am going to have to pull an infantry unit up here, unfortunately, to deal with this guy. That's just the way it is. So I think I'm just going to take this guy and move him up here because I can't attack anyway, which allows me to have this guy possibly be used to do something else. So I've pretty much taken the two things I really wanted to take down here, this city and this. Ultimately, I'd like to get that Saratov, but I don't know that I will because the aircraft cover it. Aircraft are also covering everything in here. Don't have any German aircraft that can be used. The Italian aircraft is going to go ahead and make a difference on this one, just to get rid of it. And again, so I got a DR2 on him, and then I'm going to fly this airplane to Bologoya because it still is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still 7 from Vologda, but then it's also 5 from my Italian outside of Leningrad. So I get to do double duty there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can possibly do some shenanigans here. Trying to remember what the shenanigans is I'm going to do. This goes here. This goes here. Right? Italian goes here. Because he's in range of his airplane and his tanks. Okay. This German had to go like here. Oh no, this German goes there. Undo you. You don't go there. You're actually going to use to go towards Yaroslav. Back up. Not you. You. You're the one who has to move like to here to keep you from running around me too much. And then so we attack here. +3 to his 0. See what happens. Now he's got to retreat. Now this is a quandary, because that armored unit's going to be able to attack at +4 to 0, whichever way I go. So my thought is, I would rather have him go, if he takes me out and wants to advance, I want him to advance this way because he doesn't have supply lines because of the zone of control in Yaroslav. Yaroslav and this infantry are both covered by this aircraft right now, so I'm not worried about that. Right now, this armored's still in supply, so he's going to attack there in the hopes of getting a DE, but he's not going to get it. Very, very unlikely to get a DE. Yeah, see, I just got a defender retreat. And so he would go here just to make sure that there's no shenanigans for isolation. Now, if I move up there and I don't get somebody in here to help me with supply lines, I get screwed. So I can't really go there. What I can do is I can go this way and just try and use up some of his air assets, because I'm kind of out of combats anyway. Ah! Attack! Stupid machine. Oh, this is really annoying. Man, that is annoying. And of course, the Russians, yeah, they're trying to hang on to that city. That's important. And they get an AS. I wouldn't have been able to invade. I would not have invaded it with the armored unit anyway. If I had knocked that out, I would have moved like back here to Moscow, and I probably would have thrown the German infantry in there because it would have had to go to low supply, and he probably would just take it back. So I'm done with that. Then the other thing I wanted to do is I want to bring this guy down here. I don't want this guy to get away. The real question is do I want to bring him to here? I think that's where I want him to be. I don't know. Because if I attack here, I'd have to use my tanks marker So that would be +4 -1 +3 to his +2. And I'd have to get a DD, which would be very hard to do. So I think with 15 points left, I just stop here. Don't do any more attacks. Leaves me a couple points to do. Oh, that's what I had to do. I have to move. There's an infantry unit sitting here who's going to march to the east. It's going to march to the east. And then he's going to get flipped over at the end of the turn, and then he'll come get strategically moved. I'd really hoped to get through July and August today, but that's not going to happen, obviously, because I screwed up the July turn. All right, and one Yugoslav, one Romanian left because those guys might get attacked. I kind of have this dealt with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He could come running down here, so let's not let him do that. Let's put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. So let's go ahead and put this Italian garrison here, so at least he has to attack me. I mean, yeah, it's 0 to -2, but at least he has to attack me to try and take hexes, right? I could put him all the way to here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7. He can get to here. Decisions, 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 decisions. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't get across the river. Yeah, I think I'll put him here on the rail line. If it'll move. Ah, this is terrible. Okay, so there we are. That's as far as I can go with the Axis. We're going to supply all these guys down here in the Middle East because of invasions. I did manage to save both my tanks markers for down there if I need them, and or up here if he decides to come out of Moscow and attack me. I have the airplane that can provide cover in both cases. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Where is it? Yeah, I was going to go ahead and do this. We're attacking at like +0 to +0. Just to see if we get lucky and get a retreat. Not going to use anything to... And nothing happened. Okay. Yeah, always forget to do that. You always want to take that pot shot, 0 to 0, or maybe if you have an extra ground support or you don't think you're going to need the tank, you can go ahead and add it to get you an extra plus on the guy. And just trying to retreat him so that you can actually get adjacent to Leningrad and then start assaulting this river front thing here that makes you -2. That takes you forever to try and get rid of so that you can actually isolate Leningrad. So a lot of times it's just not worth it. But if you have the extra point, you go ahead and do it. Yep, I'm done. I'm done. Okay. Skip. Confirm. Wait for the box. Supply all, no convoy. Wait for the box. Okay, so you go to Oslo. You go to Oslo. You're going to be supplied. You're going to be supplied. So it should be 1, 2, 2. Yep, it is. Supply all. And we are done. And then the west. This is relatively quick. Take this up. Naval transport. I'm going to go ahead and bring him along. And then he can get all the way to here. And the reason why I'm able to bring him all the way over here and leave these fleets here. Come on, Jiminy Christmas. Now the reason why I can do this, that this works, is because in my build bucket I have the 1st Canadian and the U.S. Task Force, which will both be built very shortly. I did not save any bombers, so I really don't have anything else to do other than possibly maneuver some more convoys into position to do transport duty. So he's going to be picked up. We're going to roll all the way up here. And we're going to go ahead and go into North America, because this turn we've got the American Task Force is going to be built, so we need to move it next turn. The following turn we're going to have a convoy from the U.S. and an airplane. And then I have the 1st Canadian being built. So I have to decide where I want the 1st Canadian to come in. I think I'm going to have it come in at Plymouth, because that threatens to invade like Brest and stuff. Or I can put it in Edinburgh with home fleet and then let the Americans come down and threaten. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, let's put this guy in here. So we're going to confirm naval path. And the Germans are going to be given a chance to intercept here, and they're going to go, no, it's not carrying anything, I'm not going to intercept it. And we just go there and we end our turn. And that takes care of that. And I think we're done. And of course, this thing just keeps on. I really get tired of those things. But I can't stop them. Security alerts. I think that. Oh, yeah, I was going to build the Canadian up here, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think I'm done. I don't do a lot. So we're going to pass. Skip and confirm. Skip and confirm. Skip and confirm. So yeah, I'm going to have to remove the June 42 turn stream, because I had to redo that turn and it didn't come out exactly the same way, so I actually changed tactics that I used in the East. See, I need to supply this dude. Come on. Confirm. No more interceptions for Force H. Stop that. Confirm the naval path. Okay, and then supply all should be everybody else's in supply. Civil. All right. Now we're into the Soviets. Soviets have issues. They do have 28 production points. They're down to 16 willpower. Yeah, the loss of Stalingrad kind of hurt because it came a little bit too soon. I'm relatively okay here. This guy can't get out anyway, so he's just going to end up dying. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points to build. So that leaves me, what, 9 guys that I can move? It looks like I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to build the shock army off board. But it looks like I need to try and get behind these mountains from the Germans. Turks may still take me out. But I think that's the thing to do. All right, this guy. Can go here. We'll test and see if the interface allows me to retreat off the board too. This guy, he can't really move, can he? So that's bad. So I don't want to move him first. I want to move this guy first. I'm going to move him to here. Let's see, I could be a 0 to 0. Why don't I do that? Undo this. Go here. Have this guy go back here. And invade there. And then we'll assault. We're at 0 to 0. 0 to 0, see if I get a good split for the Russians. I don't have anything to commit. And just an AS. Okay. Would have been nice if I'd have gotten a Turkish retreat. I could have had this guy that's on the wrong side of the Caucasus come over here. And then I could be trying to defend the Caucasus a little better. But it looks like I'm probably going to lose a couple infantry. That'll take me down to 14, and then maybe Granzi is 12. Right now I've got to depend on these aircraft to hold on to this arc in here until the German aircraft kit up here. Yeah, it's pretty bleak for the Soviets. Kind of holding out a little bit, but I'm running out of room to run away, and there's a few too many cities that he can still take that'll put him over the edge if he takes just a few armies out. I've got 25 points left. Wow, what do I do with 25 points? I mean, part of me just says give him the 2 in the north. Give him these 2. Give him this 2 in a factory. That's 4. Everybody goes behind the rivers up here. Everybody goes behind the sphere. That's 6. So then he's coming after me for 10 in, what's the next turn? In August, he's got to come up with 10 because the cities are just free. I don't know. I think we'll try and hold on a little bit longer here. This shock army needs to do something useful, though. He has to not be there. Where can he go to be useful? He can actually go into here. Becomes fairly useful because of the airplanes coverage. So yeah, we're going to go stick our shock army out here. Yeah, let's see if that works. This infantry army I kind of want to put here because the threat is if he tries to run through in here, then this army can just run behind him and go grab Kalinin. So he's got to keep this covered while he tries to advance on Valakta. So I'm going to go do that. Don't know if it's good or not. That just sounds reasonable, right? And then we're just going to try and hang on to what we've got out here. Yep, that's it. I think we're going to have no problems doing our 12 points of aircraft. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I think we're right on the money for 23 by not moving anything else, if I counted right. So we're going to pass. Skip. Confirm. Come on, confirm. All right. And should all be in supply. Okay, so now we've got improved units. Let's do the Italians. They're easy. They just get their stuff back. This German infantry needs to get full because he's going to get strategically moved this upcoming turn. Now I've got 12, and 12 pretty much says I've got to do the 4 aircraft in the Soviet Union because that's my only chance of making this work. It's this one. Because I'm running out of sorties to be able to support my armies. I'm scattered all over creation. And these airplanes are going to have to converse around here because this is where the army is. We're going to have to try and take out that army. So we're confirming that. The Brits, they've got 14. So I'm thinking of doing 4. I'm going to do the Bomber Command and Med Fleet. And then I've got 6 more, so I'm thinking of doing the first RAF, which is down here. It's getting it to 0, and now I don't ever have to worry about it again until I use it. It's down here. So put him to 0. And I'm thinking I'm going to put this convoy to 0, and then these guys are all just like set, and then I can work on the Atlantic. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, these guys are all at 0. They're ready to do their invasions. We got the American fleet at 0. We've got the British fleet at 0. We've got 2 units to invade with, and we can back it up with a aircraft. So we can only use one guy to actually invade, but maybe we can invade in such a way to get a second guy in there right away with an aircraft and you know, do things. Don't know, but we're set up to do things out of the Middle East. So he's got to guard both Suez and Basra Kuwait area. And then the rest of my stuff is gonna. Oh wait, I wanted to build the Canadians. So nope. Where's this convoy? Undo that last one. That convoy's not going to be quite at full because I have the Canadians to build. That's right. Okay, I'm done. And the Soviets. So they have 2, 4, 6, 3, 3, 3, 3. So they have 5 points left, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to build. Isn't that perfect? Yeah, we're done. Confirm. Mobilize units with the. So let's go over here to the US of A and bring out the task force. And the first Canadian we will put in Edinburgh because I have a convoy and home fleet there, so it'll be ready to go along with an airplane. Everything is set. Come on. Boy, trying to go into a hex sometimes is a pain in the butt. And the Soviets have stuff to build, places to go, people to meet. Well, my plan was to put a shock army in Granzi. Don't know if that's a good idea or not. I think I'm going to put the other armored unit up here in Vologda, just for defensive purposes. And infantry-wise, thinking long-term here, probably going to have to defend Archangel. If I get down to where I'm only a handful of points, and I'm going to have to defend some of these places. I don't really have another city to put this guy in. Do I want to just drop him in the box? Or stick him up in Murmansk? I think I want to drop him in the Russia box so I can bring him out next turn. Along with those armored units. Depending on how many points I have to play with. Okay, I'm confirmed. And now we have moved into August. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do here, people, so I don't forget, you can all see me do this. Going to go to the menu and I'm going to save the game. Something I didn't do at the end of July. Well, it's taking its time to find out. Come on, little box needs to pop up and say, oh, come on. So that one should be today's date. Let's go. I think I have downloads up. Don't I? Nope, I don't. All right, I'm going to go look at my download files here. Let's make sure I have that as of today so that we can save this for the future in case I screw up again. Oh, my computer is really slow. There you go. Okay, so, yep, 328 and saved. All right. So, tomorrow morning, I will be rescheduling this for tomorrow morning. I really wanted to get through at least August of 42 before I have where I work, we have several college students that are all going on spring break this week. So I get to work like 5 days in a row, from Tuesday evening through Saturday night. So I will be busy, 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 and I will not be able to probably stream anything, but I don't start until tomorrow afternoon. So I am going to try to stream at least August tomorrow morning. If things go relatively quickly, I might even get through September, and we'll see if the Germans can actually collapse the Soviet Union. It's still a fairly long shot. The Soviets are down to 16. The Germans have got to get, several cities still. Granzi, Tiflis, Yaroslavl here, possibly Moscow, Volkhov up here in the north. There's lots of places I need to go, and I only have 2 fair weather turns to get there. So this is, we're coming down to the wire here, and it's going to be close. We'll see if I can squeak it out with the Soviets. If I can squeak it out through December with just 1 will point left at the end of the German will turn of December, it means the Soviets can't be conquered. They might be in a horrible position to make a comeback in 1943. It might take them forever, but at least they'll be there for strategic warfare all the time, which is the important part. All right, I'm Dren608. This is the continued streaming of the C.U.C.U strategy line. I'm playing solo using the board game Arena implementation of Unconditional Surrender, game designed by Salvatore Vasta, published by GMT Games, developed by Mark Dye. And I think that's it. Yeah, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. Helps the algorithm of YouTube, keeps me motivated to keep doing these. And if you really like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notify button, then you'll know when I'm going to schedule the next stream and or upload videos. Most of my videos are Hex and Counter war games. I have branched out into some computer role-playing games. First one up is Bard's Tale. You can check that out on my channel as well. And with all of that said, until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.